I think Rafizi calling Nurul Izzah to debate is both the correct and rational approach for someone in Rafizi's position to take. Rafizi is losing. When you're losing, you should at least show that you have the capacity to fight in order to turn things around. That Rafizi is calling Nurul Izzah to debate to turn things around is thus the correct action for him to take on account of his circumstances. Nurul Izzah, however, is declining Rafizi's challenge. Some analysts are saying that Nurul Izzah declining Rafizi's debate challenge is a sign of weakness. It portends poorly to Nurul Izzah's ability to lead PKR, if perchance it is her destiny to lead. But I think it is Nurul Izzah accepting Rafizi's debate that is the sign of weakness and portends poorly to Nurul Izzah's ability to win. I think so because Nurul Izzah's position is different from Rafizi's. Unlike Rafizi, she's winning. When you're losing, yes, the right thing to do is show your capacity to fight by accepting a challenge. But when you're winning, what you're supposed to do is show your capacity to win, not your capacity to fight. Like Sun Tzu said, to win 100 victories in 100 battle is not the acme of skill. To subdue the enemy without fighting is the acme of skill. Even if Nurul Izzah is able to defeat Rafizi in 100 debates, that is not the acme of skills. The acme of skill is to win against him without even debating him once. But if Nurul Izzah doesn't debate Rafizi, wouldn't people think she is weak or cowardly or unable to do a man's job? Well, to this, all I will say is that at this stage she's in right now, people will measure her not by her gender or bravado or gal, but by her capability to win. Of the people that think she is too weak or cowardly or unable to do a man's job because she is refusing to accept Rafizi's debate challenge, most will change their mind after she wins. As for those who don't change their mind, they don't matter because they will likely not change their mind even if she accepts Rafizi's challenge and win. There is a major difference between a lieutenant and a general. A lieutenant prepares to fight, general prepares to win. Rafizi and some analysts might be casting doubt on Nurul Izzah's ability to lead PKR's election campaign because they're hinting that she's incapable of fighting. But if Nurul Izzah thinks that her job is to show people she's capable of fighting, perhaps she should have contest for some lower ranking position like that of a vice president rather than aim to be the number 2 and future number 1. As the number 2 or future number 1, what Nurul Izzah needs to do most is to convince everybody, not only in PKR but in PH as well as the country, that she can lead them to victory and not just lead them to battle. To do that, she needs to show that she has the ability of converting enemies into allies without converting allies into enemies. Right now, the way Rafizi is conducting his campaign is showing signs that he might be burning bridges with PKR if he were to lose his number 2 position against Nurul. So far, he has already threatened to quit his position as the economic minister, speak against the unity government once he resigns as a minister, accuse his PKR colleagues of mishandling the division level election, and saying that the chances of PKR and PH to win the next general election is bleak. Considering the do or die mode that Rafizi is conducting his re-election campaign, there is a good chance that after he is defeated, either he will leave PKR on his own accord or he will be booted out. Simply because his scorched earth re-election campaign will make it difficult for him to continue to stay in PKR. Considering that Nurul Izzah's true challenge as a leader will come only after she wins the PKR election, not before. If she was a part of the older generation, be it Mahathir, Tayyip Mahmud, even her own father Anwar Ibrahim, chances are she's going to eliminate Rafizi, as how Mahathir once eliminated her father or how her own father eliminated Azmin. If Nurul Izzah does that, however, then she'll be seen to be not much different from the old generation of politicians, which has caused enormous amount of toxicity to seep into the social fabric of our country. The form of never-ending politicking, racism, political prosecution, bigotry, corruption, exploitation, racial and religious tension, you name it. Also, if all she intends to do is continue to practice the old way of politics between her and someone like Rafizi, it is Rafizi that will emerge victorious, even if he's defeated in the coming PKR election, because Rafizi looks like he's more capable of conducting the old way of politics than her. To carry forward the torch of Reformasi, the people must see Nurul Izzah as a leader in a new light. And for us to do so, we will need to see what she will do with an ambitious politician like Rafizi once she has won. On one hand, she cannot appear so foolish as to keep a snake in her own backyard, which is ever looking for an opportunity to bring her down. But on the other hand, she cannot appear so Machiavellian as to nip a potential challenger in the bud, as how the previous generation of politicians has a tendency to do. Somehow, she has to find a way to work with Rafizi, although there is no one in the old generation, including her father, who can guide her as to how she will be able to do it. It is her ability to do so and chart a new way forward that will determine whether she's truly carrying the torch of Reformasi or merely another old politician in a new bottle.